You will look at courage and faith differently by the end of this video. Picture this: an ancient empire stretching across 127 provinces from India to Kush, ruled by the mighty King Xerxes. Amidst this grandeur and power, a quiet revolution was stirring within the heart of a young Jewish woman named Esther. But who was Esther, and how did she come to risk everything to save her people? Let's dive into the biblical account of Esther's heart-stopping journey. Esther, an orphan raised by her cousin Mordecai in the bustling city of Susa, had lived a life filled with simplicity and devotion to her faith. She was not destined for greatness, nor power, but perhaps destiny had a different script written for her. Therefore, when the Persian king Xerxes was in need of a new queen, Esther, known to all as Hadassah, was among the many women selected to partake in a royal beauty contest. Who would have thought that this young, seemingly common girl would win the heart of the king and ascend to the throne as Queen Esther? But being queen was not the fairy tale it seemed. In the court of King Xerxes roamed a sinister figure, an advisor named Haman, who harbored deep hatred for the Jewish people. His scheme to annihilate them was not merely a threat. It was a plan sanctioned with the king's seal. Mordecai, learning of Haman's wicked plot, tore his robes, donned sackcloth, and cried out, yet his eyes were set upon Esther, a plea that she take up the monumental task to save her people. Therefore, at Mordecai's behest, Esther faced an unfathomable decision. Approaching the king without invitation could mean death. Yet fellow Jews across the empire fasted and prayed for 3 days, with Esther as their intercessor, and she herself sought divine favor and courage. But when Esther finally chose to stand before the king, unbidden, her heart was a storm of fear and resolve. Would he extend his golden scepter in approval? As if guided by the divine, the scepter was raised. Esther could proceed. The moment had come. At the banquets devised by Esther, Haman, the pernicious architect of impending genocide, haunted the king's side, oblivious to the queen's intentions. Meanwhile, Esther's petitions weighed heavily upon her, demanding precise timing and tact. That night, gripped by royal insomnia, the king stumbled upon a record, a forgotten tale of Mordecai thwarting an assassination attempt. This whirlwind of events set the stage for Esther's ultimate revelation. On the third banquet night, Esther unveiled the truth of her heritage and the vile plot against her kin. Imagine the shock that rippled through the regal hall. It was Haman who stood cornered, his plots unraveling before Xerxes. In an ironic twist of fate, the very gallows Haman had prepared for Mordecai awaited the traitor's unjust demise. Esther's audacious plea had not only spared her people, but also turned the tables against the conniving Haman. But Esther's courage was not without further challenge. A decree once sealed by the king could not be undone. Therefore, Esther and Mordecai orchestrated a new decree, allowing the Jews to defend themselves against their adversaries. This second decree marked a pivotal reversal, ushering a day not of mourning, but of victory, liberation, and celebration throughout the empire, known today as Purim. The story of Esther is not merely a tale of opulent courts and fierce battles. It is the narrative of an underdog, of an unlikely hero, illustrating that courage laced with faith has the power to alter the course of history. Her bravery rings through the ages, a timeless testament that reminds us all that courage and destiny are intertwined, echoing the truth that sometimes the quietest voices can lead the loudest revolutions. As we reflect upon Esther's monumental journey, let us be inspired by her incredible determination to act despite colossal uncertainties. You will look at courage and faith differently now, won't you?